Debo Sports and Entertainment. When evaluating an NBA draft prospect, NBA front offices have to project whether that player's attributes translate well in today's NBA. Hyperbole is used all the time. Oh, he's a top 5 player. He's a top 10 player. Oh, he's the best player in the country. And sometimes that hyperbole gets those players in trouble with regards to expectations. You don't want to be a player that's overrated. You want to be a player that's rated properly. So the player under the microscope is Paolo Banchero from the Duke Blue Devils. And to be honest with you, before I was ready to make my assessment, I was fully expecting to say that he was an overrated player. But when you watch him play on a night in and night out basis, he can do things that 70% of the league doesn't do. He has an actual post game. He has an actual pivot. He has an actual up and under. He was well schooled. He has about 2 or 3 moves in the post, which is surprising because from the looks of things, from the outside looking in, he's your typical 3. He has the size of a 4, but he plays like a 3. A lot of what he does is face up. But when he does get in the post, he has a complete post game. He's not Akeem Olajuwon. He's not Tim Duncan. But he has 3 moves. He has a spin to the baseline. He can score on both shoulders. And he has an up and under. And he was well schooled on the pivot, which is key. Now, his issues are at the 3-point line and the free throw line. 3-point line, he's shooting 30%. At the free throw line, he's shooting 72%. Now, he can get away with the 72% free throw percentage in the NBA, but he can't get away with that 30%. If they're going to have him at the 3 or the 4, they want him shooting at least 34%. Something like that. And he doesn't have a good first step. But if he plays like a 4 in the NBA, he can get away with not having a good first step. They're going to set a screen for him anyway. In regards to his rebounding, he's averaging 8 a game. With his size, he can do that in the NBA. So now the question has to be asked, is he overrated or not? I think it's a loaded question. And it depends on what your argument is. If your argument is that he's a lottery pick or a top 5 player in the country, top 5 draft prospect, then he's not overrated. He's actually rated properly. If your argument is that he's a top player, he's a number 1 draft pick, then he is overrated because the best player in the country is playing for Purdue. All right, then.